as it's a quick blitz, sack, fumble. Are they going to get the win this time? Fullback dive. More than that, 4 throwing to Mayer field. As we have Brown downfield, he goes up for them to finally knock it in. And the juke, 2nd and goal, they look to throw. It's one that we've struggled with. Goal at the 3, handoff spinning, and the 49ers would end up stealing that game late. And it would end up being yet another 1-score loss for us. We're going to replace one of our safeties with diving catch towards the top. Quick pass rush though. 2-minute warning. As they go downfield, it's picked off. Jair Alexander. Ball. As it's picked off. It's 3 losses to start season 5. Not what we were hoping for. And once again, this team finds themselves unable to escape those 1-score losses. We've opened up season 5 very close to being 3-0, though unfortunately we are 0-3 after we lost to the 49ers by 4, we lost to the Titans by 8, and we lost to the Jaguars by 6. All of which were winnable games. And that even comes with us losing a couple key guys in week 1. Now, luckily, we are going to be getting Will Levis back in a couple weeks, and I believe that actually will be before the bye, so that is good. Get him going a little bit then. We are still out Truman, but we have another guy in his place, Fortner, who has been starting for us. Similar overall, but we will still be without him for the next 5 games, and these 5 games, we need to start putting together some wins. Right now, the Texans, who have actually been one of the worst teams, worse than us this series, they are on top 2-1. The Jags 1-2, they beat us once already, and the Titans, they are 1-2 and they beat us already. So it's about time that we get some wins, but it's still anyone's division. But what we really need is for Kyren Williams to take charge of this offense and just honestly run behind the left side of the line. That is all we need. Banks, still a solid player. McGlinchey, solid player. But Quentin Nelson and Ronnie Stanley, that is where we need to go. We also added the new tight end last episode in Mayer. Need him to really step up as well. We have 2 young receivers, Beverly and Brown, who have not started the year off very well. Robinson, he's been all right. But with us having to rely on Zappe the next couple games, it needs to be Kyren Williams first and foremost. So with that, we're going to jump into this first game against the Panthers, and we're going to focus primarily on the offense. We still might watch a little bit of the defense, but they've been pretty solid as they start with a 3-and-out, getting the stop on 4th down. Now offense, let's drive. I did have to cut in the last episode us talking about the playbook and actually looking at the playbook because for some reason the audio shorted out on it, but I did create a new playbook which essentially is the same playbook we've been using. The only difference is I went through the actual play calling, the stars, and I basically made it to where we run more often than pass. That's exactly what we need, and hopefully that'll carry us to victory. We will still see some passing though, and that's going to come in more on the longer distances, like 2nd and long, 3rd and long. 1st down and pretty much everything else we are looking to run, though we throw to Beverly. 1st catch, and we just need to build upon that. Keep things really simple for Zappe. He doesn't have the strongest arm, so a lot of short throws. As Williams down the middle, not finding much room that time. So this is a pretty prime example of where we look for actual pass. 2nd and 9, it's more even rather than just run or just pass, but we will be looking for a little bit of some play action. Got a receiver coming across. Great play there by number 6, Patrick Queen. And with it leaving now a 3rd and 9, this is where we're going to be pretty much pass every single time. Because we got 2 to the right-hand side. Once again, looking for a cross, and just again over the top. It was high enough to beat the linebacker in Briggs or edge rush, but just got away from Zappe. Does give us a field goal attempt though, which would still take a lead. Aubrey from distance hits the field goal. Not exactly what we were looking to open the game with, but it still is a good start as Valentine knocks it away. Now, we did have a practice injury that I saw pop up. We are missing Love in this game. So deep passes, we'll have to keep an eye on. TFL there on Swift. Thrown away, leaves 3rd and long. We give up 5. That should be another stop for the defense. And we'll let the offense start by themselves here, but a throw on 1st down, that is not supposed to happen. Kyron Williams, though, picking up 10. That is supposed to happen. 3rd and short. Tackle for a loss. Back at the 27, we've got a punt. We have a lead. Great punt at that. No return as well. Just need to see the offense step things up a little bit. Defense has been really good to start for us. As it's 2nd and 6, thrown away, another 3rd down. We give up the 1st down, Deion Charles. We're going to give up a few of those. 10, though not a 1st down, gets us into the 2nd quarter, where it's 2nd and 1. TFL yet again. 3rd and 3. We give up 4. Not past midfield yet. Thrown away yet again. 8 yards, another 3rd down here. 3rd and short. They squeeze it out into plus territory now. Dropped by Charles. Could have used that on one of the 3rd downs. Speaking of which, 3rd and 5. 11 gets them down to the 30. We typically jump in inside the red zone, but why not? Let's jump in here. They got a bunch to the top. It looks like tight end down to the bottom, as it will be a throw. Clean pocket, and getting away from the 2 defenders. 1st down inside the 10. Goal to go at the 9. Swift with a swift move. Shakes by 2 defenders, nearly jumped. We went for the big play. We paid for it. As they go play action with a heavy tight end group. Eventually get it out to the O-lineman. Honestly, probably should have let Swift have that one. Though I always love when the big boys get involved. 2nd and goal. We got 2 down the bottom, 1 up top. Still staying spread. Though handing it off to Swift down the middle. And to the 1. As Josh Paschal shaken up. Since moving him to DT, he's done a pretty good job. Now that leaves us really thin. I want to say Hinish is going to step in for him. A true DT as it's thrown to the flats and not into the end zone. It looked like he hit the pylon, but he must have stepped out prior. But the Panthers will keep the offense out there in a pistol, set to throw. And off the back of JOK. Bradley Matthews injured, but we will take over at the 1. We're honestly inside the 1. Need some good blocking here. We've got to create some space. That's not going to do it. Queen blitzed right down the middle, and it's a safety. So we will have a soccer score here, 3-2, as we still hold a 1-point lead. Though the Panthers just put together their best offensive drive, looking to drive here as well, as Swift picks up 2 big chunks there. 28 yards, Hodgins down to the red zone. Old defense, you got the stop last time. If we could do it a little bit more cleanly this time, not inside our own 1, that would be great. As I believe that was intended for Hodgins, knocked out by JOK. With us missing Love, we really do need the linebackers to step up in this one. Provide some of that coverage across the middle. As it looks like it's going to be a whole lot of passing, rolling, dumping off, and finding his targets, a gain of 6. Sykes has thrown the ball more often than they've ran the ball with Swift. Throwing to Swift, though, as the 2-minute warning hits. A turnover here would be great. 3rd and 4. They got 2 spread either side. Sykes, with time, dumps it off and spinning off again. We've just got to wrap him up at this point. Getting way too many yards after contact. Though contact, a loose term there, as mostly we're just going for the ball. They keep with the same look. Goal to go at the 5. Sykes looking to pass. Has his guy, though he stepped out. No touchdown. And honestly, not too good of coverage there either by Gilliam. Need a little bit more from him. Or Gilman? I think it's Gilman. Though we got some pass rush. Forces the throw away. Recent addition in Foskey making the play there. We might see him a little bit as a rush DT just because we don't have too many good DT options. As that one is overthrown, we have another 4th and goal. But this time, they will settle for the field goal to take the lead. Kicking this one at the 12. It's a 22-yarder chip shot, and it's good. Now that does leave us with a minute 21 seconds, all of our timeouts. We could hit a long field goal to retake a lead, but we've got to get to around the opposite 40 as we start deep in our own territory here. Throw to the outside. We've got Beverly, but the throw a little bit too short. That's kind of been the issue with Zappe in his few games, is they're just not coming in high enough. He's got to throw the ball with a little bit of height to it. As he throws it high there, but too high. Brown takes a shot, can't squeeze it. So now with a 3rd and long, we change up the look a little bit here. We got a tighter group, couple stop routes, one underneath. We got Beverly going deep. We just need one of these to open up as we go Vernon, who is close. 4th and 1. But the offense will line up here at the 31. Risky, but Queen not in the backfield, so more promising. As Williams with some space will pick up that 1st down. We'll get back to the line quickly. Need to find a bit of a chunk play, still about 20 yards away. Robinson over in the slot to the right-hand side. As he does get a step, though, not enough arm strength. Still nearly found the catch, though. But honestly, that is where we need to not force things. That was a forced pass for sure. We know Zappe does not have that. So go instead with a halfback screen, something he definitely can throw. However, we had 3 linemen that didn't block. And I find it very doubtful that Stanley, Quentin Nelson, and Fortner would not find at least one block. But hey, it's Madden here for us. Need to pick up a 1st down as we have our tight end. Mayer will get us at least into field goal range. Also on top of that, he gets out of bounds. So that leaves us 32 seconds at the 37. Can't really afford to take any sacks, but let's roll out here. We got a dump off throw. We'll get it to Robinson a few yards out of bounds. That's a little bit more the style of Zappe. We need a little bit of some ticky-tacky passing as we got 26 seconds left here at the 33. And there goes the sack that said we couldn't really afford. Luckily, that came before we gained some yards, so we're still sitting all right here, but we have an RPO dialed up. And we will apparently not hand it off nor throw it, and that is gonna put us at the edge of our range. However, Aubrey says he's gonna try it. This is a 62-yarder as he pushed it well to the right. So it will be an awkward 5-3 score at halftime. The good thing, though, is we do start the second half with the ball. And 8 yards going to Kyron Williams. 19 as we do find Brown that time. 6, Zappe. Fine by me. Rush a little bit if you need. Throw away. 3rd and 4. Throw away. But considering the miss before halftime, Coach not feeling it with Aubrey. So the offense stays out. Need 4 yards. That is all. As we squeeze it in, Beverly gets it, breaks a tackle, and will keep this drive going. A clutch play there for wide receiver 1 as we're at the 28 now. Going back to Williams, find a little bit of a lane, we'll gain a few. Now, not all of these are going to be broken for big plays, but we don't need big plays. We need consistent plays. As we have the RPO dialed up. Well, it would have been good if the blocker got moving. I believe Quentin Nelson actually slowed that play down. Plus, on top of that, Panthers, they're flowing pretty well here, leaving us with a 3rd and 7. Robinson to that front pylon looks really interesting. We've got options here. We just need something to open up, and how about a free lane down the middle as Zappe gets down, though the other safety, he jumped on the back of our quarterback. With all these so-called rule changes to protect players, how about throw a flag there? 1st and 10 either way down to the 13. As Zappe looking to throw, or actually looking to run, he will dive forward. Okay, that works. I'm also a little bit partial to just sliding, make things safer for us, but hey, we'll take the gain of 6. Going back to Williams, we got a lead block who does not get the linebacker, but no problem. We retake the lead as Kyron Williams finds the edge. Now that does leave us with an awkward lead. 5 points, 10-5 as the Panthers that doesn't make sense, do get And then Mark Andrews picks up 27 yards. Come on, defense. 9 more to Andrews, leaving 2nd and 1. They get the first down there at the 23. Nearly first down. Gain of 9. There's the first down as it's 1st and goal at the 8. Sacked by Bentley. 2nd and goal. Throwaway. Come on, stand tall. And they will force a field goal attempt to start the 4th quarter. And that's exactly what they do. 10-8. Now let's try to get this offense going consistently, but also slowly. I want to start milking some clock here as Williams gets to the outside, runs through one defender, picking up the first down. 12 rushes, sitting around 60 yards. And we plan to have him have at least 20 carries per game. So this is his time to shine as he runs through another DB. Still not down. Eventually they'll blow the whistle at the 50. This is when the offense really has to just run smoothly. And that even includes some weak side stretches as it opens up. Williams looked like he tried to get back to the outside there. There was space, but also just ground and pound down the middle works too. And that's especially the case when we're trying to run some clock here. 2nd and 5 at the 46 into plus territory. Williams cut back to the right and a hit delivered for both sides. But on 3rd and 3, we got to bring out Franklin here as Williams needed a breather. Still need to pick up that first down. Close, but we didn't get to that 2nd level. We've just been about a step behind on some of these run plays for our blocking. But 4th and 1, we've got to have it here. Quick handoff as we go to Horvath, who pushes, and it is close. Though the ref indicating that they got the stop. We've got to have a better push with our line, and with the guys we have, it should not be in question. But that leaves things open now for the Panthers. A field goal as I think the quarterback threw it off the top of an O-lineman's head. There wasn't a linebacker to jump. Didn't see any of the D linemen jump, so must have just slipped out of Sykes' hands. I don't know. But it is still a field goal game here for the Panthers. As it's thrown across the middle, it is caught. Gain of 6. Now we need the defense to come through on 3rd. As they're at the 47, they need the opposite 49. Dumped across the middle, and that will be the first down. 81 is Hodgins. 18, don't know, couldn't tell you. But either way, first down for the Panthers as they're in pistol. Handing it off to Swift. He bounces, try to find some space, but does not find much. Though it's been a pretty comparable game between the two running backs. Swift at about 70 yards, we were around 80. 2nd and 9 though with a bunch up top. Sykes looking to throw, swatted down by Allen. Could have been cool if we got the pick 6 there from the edge, but hey, swat works. 3rd and 9. Finish here, defense. We got trips up top. Sykes going across the middle, and we leave 18 open. Getting him a first down to the 30. It is Dion Charles. He had a couple grabs for him earlier on, a couple drops as well. But he makes the big play there, keeping their drive alive as we approach the 2-minute warning. Sykes misses everyone there, and Drew Dahlman shaken up. So they should be without their center for at least one play, though that's probably the best position for them to lose an offensive lineman. As it's RPO, it looked like, near first down. Big hit comes in to keep it a 3rd and 2 as it was Amon-Ra St. Brown with the catch. 2-minute warning hits, and this is a pretty pivotal play for the rest of this game. Again, field goal still puts the Panthers in front. Touchdown would be better for them, and their drive continues as Swift just had all the space, several gaps to choose. Makes it a 1st and 10 at the 11. They could still get about half a yard prior to the goal line for a fresh set of downs. As we're about under a minute and a half now, Swift found some space. Timeout starting to be called, and honestly, you could argue for just letting him score. As it's thrown up top, St. Brown not gonna get there. 3rd and 4. We have 1 timeout remaining. They have 3. And 3 tight ends for them down the bottom. Though they go the stretch up top, Gilman gets there late. That'll leave us 1 timeout to find another touchdown. Well, this is where being aggressive in a way, has come back to bite us, as it could just be a field goal game if we went with the field goals rather than going for it on some fourth downs. But that wasn't what we did. As we look for Brown across the middle, that's a catch, gain of 8, but we've got to get going here. About a minute left. Again, just that one timeout. We need a touchdown. Field goal does not help us. As we have Robinson, good throw. We'll keep him in bounds. Then he could head out. We're looking for our first win. Panthers looking for their second. As we got a bunch to the right-hand side, Mayer lone to the left. They send a blitz. We should have someone. And they say that's a fumble? No way was that a fumble. Arm fully in forward motion. That is an incomplete pass. But unfortunately, Madden doesn't have that. So instead, it's a loss to get us going. And yet again, another one-score game. One in which was winnable, and we gave it up late in the fourth. But in Zappe's final starting game, he would pick up a big win for us. And honestly, it goes more to the defense. The Buccaneers were 4-0 headed into this one, but we pick up the 17-7 win. And it was just neither quarterback doing anything special. Running-wise, pretty good day though from Williams. 21 carries, 100 yards, no touchdowns, but Zappe did run in a touchdown. So he had all but the field goal for us. But that does now pin us against the Jaguars. A pretty quick first 2 games against them. They are 2-3, Titans 2-3 still. Those two evened up, and we face the Titans after our bye week. So these next 2 games are pretty critical. But our QB1 returns. Levis is going to step back in, and that should open up the offense a little bit more. Better accuracies across the table, a lot more throw power. Well, honestly, even having better athleticism on top of it. So all around, a big get back for us when we need to start racking up some wins. And immediately as we get into this game, our offense has driven down. The first possession of the game, we're inside the 30. Looking to finish strong. Levis, he finds Beverly, making it goal to go at the 9. Now, while I'm very happy that this should open up the passing game, I still want to see 20 carries per game from Williams. Though it's another throw, trying to squeeze it into Brown. He did, but Brown dropped yet another pass. His hands have been pretty questionable, I will say, but he's the best guy we have for that spot. Second and goal, this time we go Williams. He gets by the first, we don't get by the second because Brown did not keep blocking. And I'm going to keep being hard on Brown until he makes some big plays because we haven't quite seen it. Third and goal, 2 spread either side. Will Levis having to roll. He throws late and just gets rid of it. So once again having to settle for a field goal at the end of our first drive as Aubrey will eventually kick it. There we go. We take a 3-0 lead. Though unfortunately, as you could see midway on the play history, they immediately returned the kick after that field goal. So Jaguars have a 7-3 lead. But once again, offense has responded. We've driven once again down to the red zone, and this drive was primarily rushing as Williams looks to not cap it off, but tack on another first down rush for him, 9 and 61 yards. Not too bad of a start. As we're only in the first quarter, he's already about half of the carries we want from him. Franklin checks it in here first and goal as he finds some space, though not getting by the safety. Trying to remember between our 2 backups. One is a power back, one is more of a hands guy. I think Franklin is the power. Didn't show it, but Williams, he doesn't need to show it either because the O-line did, clearing the space to take the lead. But now it's the defense who has let the other team drive. Jags looking to retake it rather quickly as we still have about 5.5 minutes left in the half. Great throw from Lamar, finds his receiver down to the 5. It's always been a very tough game here against the Jaguars. X Factor at quarterback, superstar at running back, and then they have an X Factor at tight end, and speak of him, he shows up. TJ Hawkinson takes the lead right on back. And now jumping forward a couple of possessions, we've hit the 2-minute warning, and the Jaguars are looking to add on more. As it's 14-10 still. They're at the 27. They got 3 up top, though they handed off Walker with space down the middle. Bentley will slow him down, and Allen will help clean it up. But we could use a big play here from the defense, or at least just force a field goal attempt here. We could take a touchdown deficit to halftime. That is a bit better than being down 2 scores, though. It's going to be another first down for the Jags. Jackson is 7 of 7 for 76 yards and a touchdown. That time he finds Marquise Brown. With the next play, they got 2 up top. Looking to throw again. Quick slant. Finds his target. First timeout called. Leaving 37 seconds left. They're down to the 6. 2nd and 4. Jackson looking to throw. Dumps it across the middle. Has his guy yet again. But it does leave him shy of the first. 3rd and 1. It's Biggs versus Biggs. As I go with a toss out top, we get the stop. What a play. I want to say that was one of our linebackers. Maybe McFadden, perhaps? Honestly, couldn't see, but it does force that field goal attempt. But now with Levis back, I think we could do a little something here, even with 25 seconds left. We have 2 timeouts. We need some big plays downfield. As we look for the back shoulder, we find Brown, and it 100% is not a back shoulder, and the dude went out of bounds. But they didn't stop the clock. So now we have 1 second left. It's field goal opportunity here. We should have had a couple more chances towards the end zone. Instead, Aubrey, with a chance to redeem himself, he will squeak this one in. So it makes things a little bit tighter going into halftime. 17-13, still a 1-score game. But as we get into the second half, still the first drive despite about half of the third quarter being gone. Jaguars have driven down the field as Walker shucks one, getting down to the 1. Despite our defense coming off their best game, we have not seen them do all too much in this one. As they go back to the running back, diving in, they check in Blackwell, and he puts them now up 2 scores. And that makes this next drive a pretty big one here. With about a quarter and a half left, we start a little bit of some play action. See if we can find some guys downfield. Everyone covered pretty well. Try to throw it under is what we were looking for, but Beverly definitely wasn't close to it. Still needed Levis to get that a little bit more downfield and Beverly to make the adjustment. But instead, nothing real happens. Great play there from Williams, though not going to get by the next guy in Xavier Gross. He's made a couple plays on us his last 2 meetings, and again, he's the safety we could have drafted. We ended up not really needing him, but still could have been nice. As Mayer gets the catch, it's a gain of a few, leaving 4th and 4. But being down 11 points kind of makes you wonder if you need to go for it here. Hard count, no 1 jumps. Got 2 spread either side as we will go for it. Levis looking to step up and getting down. That is what we need from him. That's kind of how he got injured in that first game. He didn't get down and he ended up taking a pretty big hit. Learned his lesson then as we hit right back to it. Across the middle though, forced downfield, and it's essentially like we punted anyway. Those deep crosses, they just always look open until you throw the pick. After it, the Jaguars have driven once again down to the 30. Defense, we've got to have some big plays from you here. If we are to win this division, we have to win division games, and we haven't won one yet this season. And they do snap the ball before the 4th. We get a hit in on Jackson, and there's the pick. Jair Alexander will take over for us at the 22. Of course, the end of the quarter will ruin any sort of replay or animations there, but we need a touchdown drive here as Levis. Now he looks to scramble, he dives forward. Tag him down after a gain of 6, leaving 2nd and 4. A little bit of some play action. Try to draw off the run that we've been using, or get it out to Williams, who could have kept running and caught that one. For some reason, it just seems like the team has a lack of awareness for a lot of the players, despite the rating actually not being bad whatsoever. As we have Robinson, though, big first down and up out of bounds. Now that time it makes sense not to stop the clock. We're not inside the 2-minute warning. Madden's Madden, though. You just got to play around him. As we look for the check down, Williams, he breaks by 2 defenders, sprinting, weaving, and this is gonna be 6 points added to the board. We get this back to a 1-score game. Defense, he got the pick last time. Let's try to double it. But first, coach called the 2-point offense. Would like Beverly on the quick stop underneath here, though. We've got options to the outside. It's Mayer fighting through and in. Now down to a field goal game. But yet it still comes down to the defense as we start with a throwaway by Lamar Jackson. Then we give up 4, a 3rd and 6 here. We get the knockaway. That is a quick stop from the defense. We get the ball back. 6 minutes left. And this harkens right back to where we were not too long ago. We need some dominant offensive play here while milking some clock as Williams cuts back towards the middle. It'll be a first down gain. He's just a yard shy of 80 on the day on 13 carries. He's been phenomenal. Plus had our last touchdown as good patience there. Bounces. We'll end up picking up about an extra yard off of it. But we could definitely take some time here. Still need to obviously get to the opposite side of the field. We're at the 25. But we could use maybe something a little bit more there on second down. Will end up leaving us with a 3rd and 6. Under 4.5 minutes left. We got trips to the left-hand side. Mayer blown to the right-hand side. There we're going to flood this side of the field as it's out for him. And what a grab. Boxes out the linebacker, bringing it in at the 42. And look at the backflip from the tight end. Didn't quite stick the landing. But that's a big dude showing off some finesse. As now we could slow it down yet again here. Look for Williams, though he was huffing and puffing. Might need a little bit of a rotation at running back. Decent game. Now with about 3 minutes left, we're going to bring out Franklin. Looking for the screen, trying to beat any blitz they bring. Get some blockers out in front. Wow, the hit was so good, I lost track of my words. Way to go, Quentin Nelson. Put out a beautiful decleater. I might have been on a corner. Either way, it was still great. As we go with the draw, Franklin down the middle, nice juke. That's going to be a first down, barreling to the 15. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning, 24-21. We've been scored on with a lead so often inside of 2 minutes in this series. Looking to do that to the Jaguars as it's Williams down the middle. Another solid gain of 6. And we just need to play smart down here. Take the simple play. As we're getting close to a minute and a half left, we got a couple slants, a couple quick stop routes. And Levis will just tuck and run. He takes a couple hits, but he picks up the first. It was looking like it was going to be a cleaner run for him. Would have slid down to make things safer. Obviously didn't happen, but he made his play as Williams to the outside, down to the 2. But if we're being honest, we should not be beat on the left side of this line. So that's where we're going to run behind, as the X Factor does not make the play and Williams gives us the lead. Had to fight through 2 defenders, and now it is us taking the lead inside a minute. Now that just leaves 36 seconds, though, all timeouts for the Jaguars. They need a touchdown as Jackson, he's looking to tuck and run. He's going to pick up at least the first down, gain of around 15. The first timeout falls. They need a lot more than that, though, as they got 3 down to the bottom, tight end up top. Jackson in the pocket, delivers a pass to a jumping receiver who will bring it in, now in plus territory to the 47. 24 seconds left. Another quick pass. That's going to be a first down to the 30. Come on, defense. We need some tighter coverage, though no way to stop the clock without getting out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, lone in the backfield here, will step up, and he will throw it away. I thought we were about to get a sack there either by Allen or I want to say 96 is Garnes. would have been great. 15 seconds left. They're down to the 29, though closer to the 28. Jackson stepping up. Once again, pass rush forces the throwaway. They've got at most 2 more downs here, though anything can happen. As they spread 2 to either side. Hard count, no one jumps, looking for that free play. Jackson going up top, and Jair Alexander will seal the game. Takes a shot at the end, but we finally knock off the Jags, giving ourselves hope. And if we keep this kind of play going, who knows what the second half of this season has in store for us. First game back with Will Levis is a massive dub. Now, getting through the bye week, that essentially has this division very much dead level right now. Technically, we're going to be at the bottom. We've played 1 less game, but we have the same amount of losses as everyone else. Now we split the series against the Jaguars. We need to go and do that against the Titans. If we do, we definitely jump up above the Titans. Texans have started to slip a little bit. They're on a 2-game losing streak. Titans on a 1-game losing streak. We've won our last 2 games. If we can keep getting these wins going, we can climb. But the next up is the Titans. Now, with how important each of these games being for us here in our last season, we're probably, as you can probably tell from the time, not going to get through as many games today. We're definitely not getting to the end of the season. We'll probably finish here against the Titans. And that would officially get us through the first half of the season, in which could very much be a course correction from how we opened up with, obviously, the injuries and Zappe not doing particularly all too well. But a win here today would be fantastic. Get a win against the Titans, split another series, and start to pull us up the divisional race. As a lot of hesitation on that run does not net a first down. Really not sure what Williams was doing there. He had the first down. Instead, we're going for it on 4th as we just need to move that ball a hairline. And we're going to cut to the right-hand side, easily keeping this drive going. Now, in each of the last couple games that we've jumped in here, the first drive has ended with a field goal. I would love for that to be a touchdown here, as Levis will eventually just throw it away. Though apparently Tommy Tremble, not too excited about that. Apparently maybe he was open, I don't know. You go back, you check the film, you see. 2nd and 10, though, we continue throwing the ball. As we do find Brown, he holds on to that one. Really hoping he starts to catch his groove in the second half of this season and give us a full, well-rounded receiver group, as yet again we're going to throw Williams through the air, first down. And if we get him involved in that aspect of the game, I'm fine with it. Still want the 20 carries, though, per game. But we're going to continue passing the ball here. Levis has to evade the rush, but he will not. TJ Watt drops him. Will end up being a loss of 7 as he got by McGlinchey at the top of the line. Backing us up to the 45. We now go with a run. Williams cutting down to the bottom, and he will pick up some of that lost yardage. Though that still leaves us needing a good bit on 3rd. As we come out with a bunch up top, Higbee, we have a new tight end, Mayer down below, though doesn't matter because we're not getting the pass off at the 48 for 4th and 20. Looks like it's gonna be a punt. But as we jump forward a little bit, get to the start of the second quarter, we still have a 0-0 game, though we're in possession, back in striking range as Williams keeping those legs moving, getting us down to the 16. That is his 9th carry, getting to about the halfway point again of that 20 that we look for. So it seems like when we weren't watching, we started to run the ball a little bit. As we go back to Williams, he picks up another 3. We have speed, we have athleticism, we have physicality in the receiving group. If we could draw down these defenses, rid the running game, then try to pop it over the top, that's where we're going to find success. Or if we can block, I will take the jumping throwaway there from Levis. But we've been harassed a lot by the defensive line of the Titans. That time Hamilton gets back. 3rd and 7. And he throws it into the turf. We're investing so much in this offensive line as we have. They are not living up to expectations so far this year, but we take the lead with a field goal. Now, once again, we move forward in the game, now getting inside the 2-minute warning. The Titans, they have the ball starting back at the 20, and it's nearly picked by Valentine. If he was able to corral that, that is a pick six. Instead, 2nd and 10 as the Titans remain with the ball. Quick throw across the middle, that is caught this time. Gain of 7, leaving them with 3rd and 3. As it's a tight shotgun look. Burr still looking to throw, and he has his guy getting by the linebacker, eventually brought down by Clark, the guy we traded for last year, I believe. Safety turned corner. Be a 1st and 10 for him. Pass rush forces the throw away. Both sides have a minute left here to make something happen before half. 2 spread either side for the Titans. As it's a throw once again across the middle, they find their tight end. That is Shoemaker. If you were here, I want to say the Michigan State-only challenge, if I'm not mistaken. He was actually a pretty solid tight end for us. And I really hope it was Michigan and not one of Michigan's rivals. Either way, he was a great tight end for us in one of these state-onlys, as that was close to a big play for the Titans. Ball just slightly overthrown by Burr. And in our times playing against the Titans, we've seen Mix play from him. Some really good passes and some pretty inaccurate ones as well. And that time we do get the pick from Valentine. We take over at the 42 with 49 seconds left. It's great to see one of the original players from the starting lineup making plays here season 5. That is Valentine, as we have an opportunity for some points here before half, as we have to try to find some space. Rocket this one in, we find Brown. That's going to be close to field goal range. We do have all of our timeouts, now under 30 seconds left. And it's 1v1 to the left-hand side. Brown has the step, and it's put on him. That will be a diving touchdown for Levi Brown. You pick what the first name is as we're continuing the flips. And that would be good enough to keep our lead through halftime. We also got another pick by Valentine, the last play of the first half. But now the Titans have driven down the field, and they will dive just short of the end zone for Shoemaker. Honestly, looked like he got into me. But we have a 10-0 lead, though knocking on the door as we have some pass rush. 3 guys hit home, McFadden, Allen, and there was someone else in there. Feel bad for the guy who I did not catch the number, but a great play from the defense. 2nd and goal now back at the 9. Burr throwing across the middle and dropped by Shoon. Honestly, his name has been one of my favorite ones from one of these challenges, which is why I'm kind of hyping him up despite him being on arrival. 3rd and goal. Burr stepping up, throwing out of the back. Defense will stand tall yet again on the goal line. But the Titans still have that opportunity for points via the field goal at the 11. It is a chip shot. And I was going to say we haven't done well at keeping our leads in these games, but Kyron Williams extends it one play, takes it 75 yards to the house. He left me no time to jump into that drive, though. We're jumping into this one as we're a couple minutes into the 4th quarter here. We're at the 30 and driving. Thrown up top to Mayer. It's a catch, but he loses a yard. But we have a fantastic opportunity here to really try to put this game out of reach. As we go back to Williams, a little bit of some ground and pound, though, stood up. That is Asamoah getting the tackle as Kyron Williams hits his 20th carry. I believe it said over 100 yards. Honestly, I didn't fully read past the 20 carries, but it looked like a long digit. Long digit, that doesn't make sense. A series of digits, as that is close. 4th and 1. We're going to let the field goal unit come out here, or at least I will let them. And indeed, the OC agrees. So we'll give Aubrey the opportunity to put us up by 17. A 3-score lead we now have. And just a few plays later, Joseph Clark recovers the fumble. We now definitely have an opportunity to start to put this game away. Though 3rd and 4, looks like the Titans still fighting. Though they've got a lot of ground to cover here, as it is 20-3, just over 3 minutes left. As they set up the halfback screen, the blitz, not even blitz, we just sent 4. And I believe it was Gardner, the DT, just got back there extremely quickly. Ball went off the back of, I believe it was Allen. As this time, pass rush hits home. Yaya Diaby will pick up the sack, make it 3rd and 12. As they've got most of their options down to the bottom. Burr loading up to go deep, and that ball was wobbly. No wonder the accuracy has been iffy. Dude can't squeeze it. 4th and 12 now, 4th in game at the 42. Burr will throw quickly, and nearly a 3rd pick by Valentine will send the defense off the field. And as the 2-minute warning strikes, Wan'Dale Robinson would put the dagger in the Titans, a 54-yard touchdown. But hold up now, Puka Nacua, he picks up a 46-yard touchdown, though with a minute left. They do hit the 2-point try, make it 27-11. Can they get the onside? No, they cannot. We just got to run out the clock here. Though we're not picking up many yards, 3rd and 11, we get 6. 4th and 5, under a minute left. We'll get it back to the Titans, though they would need a massive miracle here, and it does not look like that's going to happen. Knocked away by Valentine, 3rd and 6, a sack by Diaby will end it. So we started the season off rough against division foes, but today we've bounced back in a major way, getting back Will Levis and beating both the Jags and the Titans, pulling us into contention in the AFC South. Well, that is where we're going to end it today. We've massively turned things around. We started this season 0-3. Since then, we've gone 3-1. 3-game winning streak for us. The Jaguars, they're on a 2-game winning streak. It's going to be a close one between the two of us, and we've already split that series. So we're going to have to make sure we handle the Texans when we face them. We've also split the series against the Titans, and now we have that advantage. Also, with us having that bye week helping out a little bit. This is going to be a close division. The division, though, is our way into the playoffs. And we could really thank our offensive rushing for today's success, and the defense. Don't forget them. We'll get to them. But we have a top 5 rushing offense. And on top of that, we've seen an improvement from our passing game throughout this episode. Still need the receivers to get going a little bit. We're still the worst passing team. But our success for the offense is by the ground. But thanks to our defense, who is top 6 in points allowed, we don't have to score as much offensively. Also, we are the 2nd best rush defense by a full 2 yards. So that is extremely close. And to just top it off, we're actually not doing too bad in terms of pass defense. We are above average, which is a great improvement for us. We could use some more sacks. We're below average there, but we're forcing some turnovers, 4 fumble recoveries, 5 interceptions. Need some more of those. But overall, I am very happy with today's episode. We're obviously taking season 5 a little bit slower because each of these games are all that more important. So we'll see what happens next episode. If things just go completely haywire, it could be the end. Or maybe we make things a really close race, and maybe we have 2 more episodes left of the regular season, then maybe playoffs. It all depends on what the team gives us. I also hope you guys enjoyed kind of mixing up the style in which we view the games. A little bit less of watching the line on the screen, jumping in at certain times when things get interesting. If you did enjoy that, let me know down below. You can also let me know by hitting the like button. Definitely helps me, and it helps YouTube. But great series of games today. We took on some big opponents and we made some big plays. Hopefully we'll see more of that next time. To make sure you do, hit that bear icon on the bottom right or scroll down, hit the sub button, and definitely hit that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. This series every single Tuesday and Thursday. Plus, we still got the Panthers traditional franchise going. After we won the Super Bowl, we've got a year to defend that title, and then we'll see how we end up closing out that series. Community poll post to come towards the end of that season. That series every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you guys got a whole lot coming. We'll see you over there next time, and then right back here to at least take on the next quarter of the season. And if we start to run away with it, who knows? We'll see then.